up, everybody? TN Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of the Nashville Predators, and in this game, we have another win to talk about. 3 wins in a row. We might be going on a hot streak. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not saying it, but I just say that it might happen. This win, we're talking about a win over the Blackhawks. Predators beat the Chicago Blackhawks in overtime, 3-2. Let's dive right in here. I got my bag of goldfish. Not a sponsor, but hey, it's always good to have snacks on the side. The only, downside to this bag is that, I can't really, open it up. I don't know, it's kind of tough to. And you know what? Speaking of that, opening things up, I will say, it was tough for us to open things up in this game. When we played Boston, when we played Seattle. As the game went on, we were really able to just put our foot down and just open a game up. Open those games up. This one was this was a battle against the Blackhawks. Not sure how to feel about that, but again, it is a win. That is all that matters. So we still have some goals to recap, so let's talk about it. Second period, excuse me. Woo! Vlasic! He scores a minute 56 in. No wonder I was stuttering, because I was just bummed out that I have to talk about him. He scores to open it up for the Blackhawks. And as for us, the Nashville Predators, we do manage to come back in this second period in a big way. So we're on the power play. 2:36. That's big time. That is big time, absolutely. And so Stamkos scores on the power play to tie us up at 1. And then at 12:20 in the second period, it is Stamkos again. Good assist by Ryan O'Reilly here. Stamkos. So he would score. And so now it is 2-1 Preds. So we're going into the third period. Now I thought this is where we were going to start to open things up. But then Ilya Mikheyev, goodness gracious, don't know how to say that name, but he scores 12:22 to tie the game at 2. So now we are tied at 2. We're going into overtime. Now, for the Blackhawks, this was, I think, their 3rd straight overtime game. For us, this was our first overtime game for the Predators since playing the Blackhawks. I remember that game. Sutter Bloom, he was incredible in that. It went all the way to a shootout. Eventually, we were able to figure him out. But overtime is still overtime. Plus Sutter Bloom, he was playing a great game. So overtime. We had chances, both us and the Blackhawks did. But give this, of course, Stamkos, absolutely. Give him the props for getting this game winner. But also to Fedor Svechkov for setting Stamkos up just so great. He had a little nice, no-look pass. And then Stammer in his prime spot, he shoots and he scores, baby! And the Predators, that would wrap it up once again. We win 3-2. Again, another great win for us. Our 3rd in a row. Not saying that we're going on a hot streak, but I would love it. I would love it if we do, because we have suffered in a lot of games throughout this year. The Blackhawks, they beat us. The last time that we played them, they won 6-2. So this win obviously feels great. Again, us getting this great win in overtime, and after the trade deadline, after a lot of players were moved, that also speaks volumes about our team, because Stammer, when Kara Hammer was talking to him, she asked him, how does this win feel after just all of the trades and everything that went on? And Stamkos, of course, him being a great player, he was just saying, probably the best things that he could say. But what I remember is that, he was pretty bummed out. You can tell, when Kara Hammer was talking to him about that. But hey, You know what? Give all credit to Kara Hammer. She is a great journalist. But Stamkos, like, I think fans could tell that he was pretty bummed out during the whole trade deadline. And to put that in a player's perspective, I mean, like, you're not just losing, like, a piece of the roster. Like, you're losing a friend. You're losing a guy that you formed a bond with. For the season that it's been again for us, I'm sure that, you know what, the bonding has had to increase tenfold. Because when you're just totally losing, when we went on, like, the losing streaks that we went on, players got a bond, you know? And we, look, like, we did get some good draft capital, but we also let some players go. In my last video when I talked about the Kraken, I talked about so many players who started for us on opening night who are not there for us anymore. I mean, like, it is a business at the end of the day. But again, like, these are, you know, players. And so, like, you know, like, for Steven Stamkos to say that, like, it kind of made me, like, a little sad. Like, oh, dang, you know, like, he's missing, like, his friends. But the point that I wanted to make with that is it speaks even more volume about us. How we're just going through, like, you know what? Put any kind of obstacle up against us. Like, give us a rough start to the year. Injure Roman Yossi, which, like, again, Roman, please come back, man. Do all that to us and trade away our star players. Do all that to us. And you know what? We will still go out there onto the ice and give it everything that we have and come out with a huge win right here, which is exactly what we did against the Blackhawks. So, boys, let's keep it rolling. Again, don't want to jinx you, but I'm just, you know, like, it would be nice. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go Preds!